Oh. I did that in the
Oh, you got it first. Huh?
Yeah.
So,
It's weird.
She had like this tiny coffee and made her lost it. Now I broke that.
Yeah, funny. Most of them.
How you doing back there?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Good.
Wasn't even-
I'll be better at that. I have, let's say, I need.
Hopefully it's very.
I was careful. And I stumbled. I fell mostly as this.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking. I have to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my bowel actually. Not so good. No, they don't.
But the replacement one, good.
Food okay.
Bill.
Bill what?
Rocky.
Property.
Rocky. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw that billboard for a long time.
Yeah, I think those first.
The reason I asked for the name is because my students are over 70.
Yeah.
Which is. Yeah, and then five is one of my kids. That's why I asked.
No. I didn't go there.
How's good, how are you? Yeah, her, I think Karen called us.
Well,
Doing really good.
I think once they get that, I pull it out and go to the marble.
And I remember my leg was swollen up.
Still moving around.
I took about.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the way you started, but I got to do something.
Where you guys
Spring
are,
going in,
that's where
spring
you
going.
are, is what it is. Guys,
They spell back was long. I know what that would say that. I think you really should come to my office.
He saw you actually do it.
Yeah, you told me that.
How's everyone? Oh, folks, I cleaned it up.
So, did you read the article, Jim?
Yeah.
I missed that yesterday. Thank you for coming.
this on YouTube or? I guess it.
Yeah. it's posted, but- What? The agenda? Yes. Okay. Oh, I got that.
All right, good evening. I'd like to call to order the Muhlenberg Township Board of Commissioners meeting for Monday, September 13th, 2021. All please rise for a pledge of allegiance, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Good evening, Marcy, for the minutes. There was an executive session held by the board immediately before tonight's meeting to discuss some personnel matters. There's no public presentations. Public portion, the first public portion, I don't believe I saw anyone sign in, would anyone like to speak there in the first public portion? Okay, thank you. We will move on to the consent agenda. I need a motion to approve the entire consent agenda.
Move.
Seconded. Any questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Noes, if any, the ayes have it, and so ordered. Any unfinished business? Okay, moving on to new business. A motion to approve payment of bills presented by the Director of Finance and Customer Service.
Move.
Second. Any questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Noes, if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. I need a motion to approve payment application number 17 to Bolton Construction in the amount of $64,141.54 for the Public Works Maintenance Facility Project.
That's 65,000.
No, sorry, 65,000.
Move.
Second. Any questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Noes, if any, the ayes have it, so ordered. Motion to approve payment application number 4 to Light Bulb Inc. in the amount of $18,450 for work associated with the Public Works Maintenance Facility.
Move.
Second. Any questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Noes, if any.
Just a question or ask a general question. How many more of these have been coming in? What's the balance?
Balance to finish for bulk construction is $121,525. Leibold is $39,400. Vision Mechanical is $21,199. And Alvarell is $151,000. Most of what's left is just retainer. So they should be winding down in the next couple of months.
Where are we at now on that as compared to the budget for the whole building? To be, not to put you on the spot, but. Can you send us that?
I
Can you send us
I do
that?
have it, I do have
figured
it.
you did.
Yeah.
If you could just send it to us,
Yeah,
just
well,
curious where to budget. You don't have that memorized, Tom?
No.
All right, thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Noes, if any. The ayes have it. So, motion to approve payment application number 10 to Vision Mechanical in the amount of $7,125 for work associated with the Public Works Maintenance Facility.
Move. Second.
All those, any questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Noes, if any. The ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to accept the APA Pennsylvania Chapter Award recognizing Jim T. Park as a 2021 Great Place in Pennsylvania.
Move.
Second. Jim, just a little.
Yeah, at Walt Lasota's request, we applied for this American Planning Association's Great Places Award, and we were one of 2 destinations that were recognized by the American Planning Association. So they will have a certificate and a presentation that we'll probably do at a later board meeting, but to acknowledge that award is this motion.
Any further questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. A motion to adopt resolution 2021-10 authorizing execution of the PennDOT venture maintenance agreement.
Move.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Thank God, because I just signed it. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. Any motion to authorize the chief of police to purchase a 2021 Ford Interceptor utility all-wheel drive hybrid from New Holland Auto Group.
Move. Second.
Any questions or comments? When are you gonna get this in like 2030?
By the end of the year,
Really?
yes.
Just a quick question, I know that we wanted, some people looked at the hybrids before, and we never went with hybrids, why? We made that change.
We test drove one, got all the specs on one, got the results from Michigan State Police, who test police vehicles every year. And it rated very highly. And the other thing is for fuel economy, we won't need the grip system in this kind of vehicle because it does it automatically. And it's the way of the future. I mean, pretty soon that's all we're gonna be able to get. We can try it.
I can't disagree with that, I just
Yes, sir.
want to know when we're going on.
Comment in a conversation with a police car, our police car mechanic. There's 2 police cars that have engines that are being replaced.
One for sure, yeah.
One for at 95,000 miles. So is this something that we need to take a look at as far as brands? I'm not gonna say the brand. But the other thing that he was concerned about is that because the cars are on a 24/7 kind of rotation, that they're not seeing the cars for service on a regular basis. And look at maybe setting some type of, setting a car aside for a few hours to get the thing maintained right. Guys are coming in, not really a schedule kind of situation, so something to pass along.
Yes, sir.
Any further questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. In other new business, just so it's for the record, the board has given authorization to Mr. Golbeck to enter in an agreement with a law firm. We've reached out to 3 of them to help us respond to the police labor organization's letter that they passed regarding binding arbitration. So I just like that on the record that we were given that authority. So I would need a motion for that approval.
Second.
Any questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Those if any? The ayes have it, no, so ordered. I guess also officially we should accept the resignation of our township manager, Brian Harris, did resign and submitted a letter to the board effective September 13th. That's right, September 13th. So we should formally just adopt that motion first to accept his resignation proactively to September 13th.
Second. With regrets.
Questions or comments on?
Yeah, we decided not to accept it, would he stay or what?
I don't know, that's an interesting question.
Send us a.
You never know, he's banned.
Oh, you stayed free.
Any further questions or comments? We appreciate Brian's service to the community. He's going to Muhlenberg Township, which was already announced, and wish him the best of luck.
Yeah, and he has promised to come back and continue because events like Riverfest, so.
Great.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. So now on to our new township manager selection. folks probably are aware that Mr. Bovek filled our role as the assistant township manager. And we're going to have a motion tonight to approve the promotion of Jim Bovek into the township manager position at a salary of $110,000.
So moved.
Second.
Any further questions or comments on the motion? So first, congratulations, Mr. Bovek, also for the staff that is here today. We do and ask Jim, as part of any time there's a leadership change, to look at the entire organization to ensure that he has the support necessary he needs to do so. He can be an effective township manager. So over the next 3 months, I'm sure he'll be talking to all of you about different roles and responsibilities in order so we can effectively operate as an organization. He's been tasked by this board to do that. And we look forward to some of his thoughts, along with some of our thoughts we has as a board to go into 2022 as even a stronger organization than I think we are now. So there's my staff meeting. Any further questions or comments on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Noes if any? You three can't say no.
Mr. Collins, I asked, the last three items that you took action on, I asked the video on the agenda for next month for ratification as well, because they weren't included in the published
Okay.
agenda, just so there's no question.
Sure.
They're validly done.
Sure, gotcha.
Can it be considered under new business?
It's very limited, if you're spending a nickel, yeah, you really can't add it at the day of the meeting.
Gotcha. You will ratify that in October.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shanley. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Noes if any? The ayes have it, so ordered. Also, a motion to authorize our solicitor, Mr. Sedley, to advertise on October 23rd, so we're available Saturday morning at 8 a.m., our 2022 budget workshop.
Moved.
What time did you say?
8 a.m.
8.
So it's going better.
Moved. Second.
Any questions or
We were
comments?
thinking about having it even earlier.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Noes if any? The ayes have it, so ordered.
Any other further public portion, anyone?
I have something to say, new business wise.
Okay, go right ahead.
I was at the Muhlenberg Township School District multi-year reunion on Saturday. And I bumped into Marcia Goodman Hendershitz, Councilwomen Hendershitz and Council Donna Reed. And she expressed a desire to meet with some of the board and some administration regarding Amazon. The good news is that they are going to be resurfacing River Road, and they have some concerns because the 18-wheelers are driving over there, and if there's a new road that's just put in, they're concerned, number one, that that's going to cause some damage to the road. I was just happened to be on Hartman Road one night, and as I'm coming past Med Ed, there's an 18-wheeler driving past Sophianis, heading towards Lacey's Bridge Road. And I was beating my horn the whole way down. Eventually, he stopped at River Road. And I quick ran up to the guy. I said, "You can't make a left. That bridge is 16,000 pound max." So I took him up the Vine and brought him around and had to go back out Hartman Road. But he said, "My GPS." And I said, "Well, you missed the turn."
Yeah.
But that's not the first one I saw on Hartman Road, go past there. And I also saw a number of them as they're coming over the bypass, over the Schuylkill River Bridge. They get one river right there instead of taking the next two exit and 161 north to go to Amazon. There has to be better signage where Amazon, and I think this is Amazon's job, to put, turn for Amazon is 61 north, or right at the turn of Sophianis, big signs, Amazon left-hand turn. Otherwise, we're going to continue. You saw what the damage was done with the guardrail when they were going up Snake Hill. And this is going to continue because they are, they're not Amazon drivers. They're independent drivers. It might be their first run, and GPS, maybe somebody from Amazon could get to talk to people about GPS, they could fix and make sure that there's no turn there. But anyway, the council ladies would love to meet and discuss what concerns they have.
So they're gonna repave their side of right at River Road.
Yeah. Yes. That was in the newspaper not too long ago. They had a list of roads that they're gonna address.
They could have did that the other couple years, a year ago, with a heck of a lot less expense.
down there and seeing all that money be offered.
That's right, we offered.
Well, we did, and Councilwoman Reed and I had a conversation about that before, because she was asking, had we reached out to the city, and I said, yes, we had. I said, I didn't know all the particulars, but I reminded her that, yes, we did extend that offer when we had our section done. And she had also expressed concerns to me before about the truck traffic coming through that section of the city, and we talked about the fact that it's a lot of contractor drivers, and the GPS is leading them that way. Maybe a party to have conversation with too might be PennDOT. I don't know about signage, like
That would be better.
well,
That would be
if we could have signage on 12 and 61 to direct them too, might help.
I don't disagree, but we couldn't even get them to put a Fifth Street highway.
That's exactly right.
I know,
Exactly.
I think our best bet would be to try to engage Amazon
Yeah.
and see if they'll pay for signage on our property at least. I hear
Maybe
it,
in
and
the city.
I think just a waste of time, based on our experience of trying to get a regular sign, just not say Laureldale Road. Well, we've done that before with the manual copy, put it in different languages, because a lot of the drivers are different. It's not just Spanish, but I forget there's another dialect, what they were. Sync for 1 second, even when we're done, I'll definitely call on you. What's that?
I said they're not sync.
Yeah, so I think, Jim, we have the contacts there to reach out and ask them for our community.
And there should be a sign, at least as part of the subdivision land development plan, was a sign at the intersection of Sophia's and Wise.
So there's
And maybe it just needs to be lit. so that they
No,
can
it
see
gets
No,
taken out every
Yeah.
6 months.
they're just busy doing this,
Yeah.
instead of the sign, because there's also one at the River Road, River Road exit from Route 12. No trucks, and because we had talked about that before.
I think it needs to be bigger, and I think it has to have Amazon, because it's all Amazon.
Can we put like an archway over the road and like this bridge that's only like 13 feet that says, you can't, you'll hit this if you're not turning? I mean, I'm serious. That's why Water Street, they don't go down. Welcome to Muhlenberg Township. You can't go over this amount.
Unless you were my brother, he tried to put a box truck over there.
That's the only way sometimes I think it would deter a driver if they literally can't go through the property. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but
They'll still do it.
I mean, as well, they'll get stuck at least before they get into the community and ruin all our roads.
Maybe put some type of bump or something right before Sophianis that they have to stop, slow down, and then.
Stop sign and then crucified. You asked a comment.
There was a sign, and evidently Amazon put it on private property, right where you make the turn, that little, whatever that is, some kind of little factory or something. So that sign came down. Now Carpenter puts a like barricades and it says carpenter only, because sometimes the drivers turn there and then have to back down. So, yeah, I think the stop sign would make people upset, but barriers might not be a bad idea. You know, those, whatever, to slow you down, because actually I've noticed with the nice weather, sometimes people don't stop at the Elm and Lysis stop sign, they just breeze right through it, especially motorcycles. So if somebody's visiting someone from Elm and comes down and they're not familiar with the area and one of those people runs that stop sign, it's gonna be brutal.
But for the trucks, it's too late. If they get that far, they really have a problem.
Yeah.
Now, I think, that maybe Med Ed would let us put some sign on their property and right before that.
I just still don't think, like, if you don't put a deterrent, like an obstacle in their way, I hate to impact everyday motorists, but I don't know how else you do it. Yeah, lit, because they're there all night, I mean, having it lit and bright, Amazon has more money than, us, the government here. So I think that they would be good community citizens, or we get our local newspapers here, start hammering the hell out of them. Jeff Bezos cares, but.
Let's reach out.
Yes.
Yeah, newspaper.
Maybe they can be part of the meeting.
We're all neighbors. Let's reach out, see what they can do.
And if you did a ROI on what it would cost us to be paid for the one compared to the city.
Well, we got that.
They would have the price. Yes, Judy.
Well, you're talking about truck traffic. On Euclid Avenue, where Cobra Anchors is, they have two unloading docks. One is deep and the other one is very shallow. And when the 16-wheelers back into the one that's shallow, you can't get around that truck for anything. It is, the front of it is literally touching the curb to the houses across the street. In fact, the one house now has put big boulders between the curb and the sidewalk because they were going up over top. And all those trucks, when they come out, there used to be signs that they had to make a right turn and go down the Street Highway. But those signs are gone. So now all the trucks go up Euclid Avenue.
Which signs are going?
And when they get to the bend, a lot of them cannot make that curve. Then they back the whole way down. And then they go across at 7th.
You say signs are going on Euclid Avenue?
Yeah.
I'll make a note of it to make sure.
Thank you. All right.
I have one more, sorry, one more new business item. I had asked Brian before he left to reach out to Norfolk Southern about the overpass there at Water Street, right behind the PennDOT building where it is washing away at the track.
That's
Seriously washing away.
that would be Reading and Northern, and we have.
Oh, that's right, Northern.
Yeah, Norfolk has the first set of tracks closest to PennDOT. The washout comes from the Reading and Northern line behind it.
Right. So if I'm heading west,
The first is Norfolk Southern, the second is Reading and Northern. The short one is Reading and Northern, but
You're already working, right? You got.
Okay. All right, so we're already working on it. That was it.
Thank you. Well, any more new business? Staff comments, Mr. Dudley, nice and quiet.
No comments at this time. All good.
Thank you. Mr. Mensch?
The community map guide we mailed out soon. We're in the process of working with the post office and the bulk mailing, all that good stuff. So next coming weeks, I'd say by the end of September, I think Heather dropped that check off. So look for that soon.
John? Budget stuff's going good? All right. Chief?
Nothing tonight.
Mr. Bowman?
Temple Halloween Parade is on October 2nd. Hunt Hollow at Jim Dietrich Hayride is October 8, 9, and 10. There's a planning commission meeting this Wednesday. There are no agenda items, however, they plan to discuss the comprehensive plan. That's all.
All right, Commissioner Lurch, you're up first.
I'll let somebody else sing all the praises of Riverfest. I had a good time. It was fun. We had some challenges. But I had fun. So Mr. Dunkel thought he was gonna get off the hook. So I was talking with him the other day, and our codes department has, they really stepped up. We have a lot of complaints, a lot of calls come in, they're working things as best they can. And then he informs me that we are now getting false reports from people talking about properties where there really is no violation. So you are coming up with a form, like a
We are,
template.
Joe and I are in the process of finalizing, we don't want to announce it yet till we fully finalize it. So not only the app that we're gonna have, but we're also gonna have a form that when someone walks in off the street, they're gonna have to fill out a form. It'll be at the kiosk. Obviously, the customer service department will ask them to utilize the computer in the app. And there's some people that just have that fear of computer. They're gonna have the ability to go to a hard copy form and fill that out. There's some accountability, some questions within that form, specifically calling out exactly what their issue is. That will then get entered into the app system and then come to the prospective inspector to look at, make a determination. We're seeing a great deal of anonymous. We always take anonymous calls and anonymous complaints, and what's happening is we're getting flooded with a lot of civil matters. Guys are running 100 to 150 to 175 complaints a month, and in between some of that, there's just some people sending someone out to a neighborhood property, and there's really nothing going on. We're cracking the sidewalk, and there's one 10-inch weed. Last week we received, somebody dropped off 23 complaints, 15 of them were unjust. At one time on a scribbled piece of paper. So that's what we're just trying to eliminate. Joe and I should probably have everything finalized right before the end of the week. Get that hard copy in play.
So thank you for working on that.
Sure.
Didn't mean to
No, that's okay.
bring that out, but because I heard you were working on it, I thought it was a
We
great
are.
idea. We talked often about beefing up the codes department, and the job, I think they're doing an excellent job. We're trying to stay on top of issues so that, we keep our township as good a township as it is. And I always tell neighbors, like, if you're gonna call and complain, tell us who you are, because you have some skin in this game. It's easy to do the anonymous thing, but to hear that people are just abusing it.
Yeah.
I just have no words for that. So anyway, thank you, and I'm looking forward to just seeing the finished work. That's all I have.
Commissioner Imhoff.
I'll lay off this moss.
All right, Commissioner Wolfinger.
Just a follow-up, Steve, when the people do give their name, that's not given to the person that,
That's correct.
Okay.
We would never do that. Yeah, that states it on the app as
I know a
well.
lot of people don't want to get involved,
Right.
they don't want anybody coming to them. I always say, when you hear that rooster crowing, give us a call.
Yes.
Because that, they shouldn't have a rooster in their backyard, and I'll be talking to you about that.
Yeah, and we'll always take those complaints, but we want the public to understand that it's maybe not priority if you're not gonna answer a few questions that are associated with that complaint. And some of those questions are gonna be, is this from public, is it visible from public way? Are you willing to testify? There's a series of questions within that. And a little bit of instruction spelling out in the very beginning, when you read the form initially, it tells you that things will move a lot faster, quicker, we'll expedite that if there's a lot more of that pertinent information unanswered, if you're being honest with us.
The only other thing I would say is I wish the public could see the police report that we see every month coming in here. Very good police work, from a lot of good young officers that we just hired. And, good job.
Thank you, Commissioner Lopez.
Everybody always hits everything before I get there, so I'll just echo
We'll get
those.
first next month.
I'll echo those sentiments, and it's a good rebound at Riverfest this year. I think with the challenges that Kirk Hall's thrown, pretty good representation of our township, and it's good to see Jim Dietrich Park getting his just due. So look forward to seeing everybody at the budget meeting and the next meeting next month, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, Commissioner. Only for the record of the minutes, the reason why the meeting was moved was obviously because of the resignation of our prior township manager. So thank the board for accommodating that. Our normal meeting will be again the third Monday in October, starting at 6 p.m. Once again, thanks to all the staff, all the hard work for the festivals. Everyone does a wonderful job for that and really enjoys it. A lot of time and energy go into it. And Jim, I guess I should read my newsletter, but we on it, how that's all moving forward, right? So it's good to go there. So Greenville events, great old events coming back again that were because of COVID. So thank you all for coming. Have a good night.